In this video, we will be talking about whale falls, including the different stages that occur over the decades and their significance in the marine ecosystem. When a whale dies, its body will most likely sink down to the ocean floor. If it lands in the bathyal or abyssal zone, which is the area of the ocean below 3,300 feet in depth, then it becomes what is known as a whale fall. Food is rare on the ocean floor, so this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for deep-sea scavengers. Animals will begin to congregate at the sunken whale, creating an ecosystem based entirely around the carcass. Whale falls undergo a unique system of ecological succession, consisting of 3 stages: the mobile scavenger stage, the enrichment opportunity stage, and the sulfophilic stage. In fact, whale fall ecosystems are so unique, there are even some animals that are specific to them, considered whale fall specialists. Few examples of these species are the bristleworm or the Ophryotrocha craig-smithii, which, coincidentally, was discovered by Dr. Craig Smith, and even an entire genus, Osedax, otherwise known as the zombie worm. The first stage is called the mobile scavenger stage. Animals such as hagfish, rat-tail fish, lithodid crabs, and sleeper sharks will consume the blubber and soft tissues of the whale. Some of the soft tissues will decompose into the sediment surrounding the carcass. The duration of this phase is mostly dependent on the size of the whale. For a larger carcass, it can take up to a year or more, but typically, after several months, the skeleton will be picked almost clean. Now we move on to stage 2, the enrichment opportunist stage. This is the point when things like worms, crustaceans, and certain mollusks will move in, feeding off of the lipids and proteins contained within the skeleton and any leftover bits of tissue that they can find, or off of the sediment that's been enriched with nutrients from the decomposing tissue during the first stage. This is also the stage where the zombie worm comes into play. These creatures attach themselves to the skeleton via their roots, then dissolve the bone with an acid they secrete from their skin in order to get at the lipids stored in the center. The enrichment opportunist stage, like the first, typically lasts anywhere from a few months to over a year. After this, we enter the third and possibly final stage, the sulfophilic stage. At this stage, anaerobic bacteria will begin breaking down those lipids at the center of the bones. These bacteria will produce hydrogen sulfide, which can be fed on by sulfophilic bacteria. This bacteria can exist on its own, forming a mat that coats the skeleton and the surrounding sediment, or it can exist in a symbiotic relationship with animals like mussels, clams, and tube worms. This is the longest lasting of all the stages and can go on for decades. Even after every part of the carcass has been consumed, the skeleton can still serve a purpose. In what is considered by some as the 4th stage of whale fall succession, it functions as a sort of deep-sea reef, as it provides a solid surface for sedentary organisms such as corals to attach themselves to. Death may not be the end for a whale, but this is the end of our video, so thanks for watching everyone, hope you enjoyed.